I'm going to go in the order of the promotional artwork over here. So that means we begin with Isong stands. So if your favorite is Isong, where do I begin with you all? First of all, you romanticize your depression. And yes, you do have depression. You tend to like the darker-haired, plain characters, but not to be confused with the darker-haired, plain characters of your regular isekai visual novel anime. You like the dark-haired, plain characters with a little bit of spice, and that spice is trauma. You probably also have a comfort OC who you put through a lot, and I mean a lot. The kind of things you put your OC through, they honestly scare me. But they don't scare you, do they? You're proud of them. You're proud of putting them through all of that, aren't you? Next up, we have the Faust stands. I see you, my Rei Ayanami stands. You go for the deadpan character in almost every series. You find them charming and in their own way hilarious. Probably because you, yourself, get them. For you also don't really like speaking or expressing your emotions that much to people you're not close to either. You tend to have a pretty high opinion of yourself, but the people around you just don't seem to get it. You would also probably call yourself a winter person, and you think you look really cool and mysterious when you get to wear coats, one of your favorite articles of clothing, and you always wonder if the people around you think you look as cool and mysterious as you feel. They don't. Don Quixote stands. You're sweet, but you also crave violence. You kinda scare me because you all come across as very nice, but there's just so much bubbling under the surface that the fact that it hasn't boiled over yet is frankly terrifying. I don't know how you do it, but I know you've got some pent-up resentment in you, and that smiling facade is only just temporary. You tend to get angry for the people that you're close to rather than attacks directly to you. You also strike me as the type to have like a really cute profile picture, but in the same breath, I would scroll down just a little bit and your favorite movie would be the sickest, most twisted movie known to man. If Ryoshu is your favorite, you probably tried smoking or will try smoking just for the aesthetic alone. You tend to be drawn towards people that don't like you, and you're also the type to fantasize about the sickest revenge situations in your mind while listening to your highly curated playlist, all the while maintaining an expression of complete peacefulness and serenity. You're horny. Hongdu stands. You're shallow, but in a completely valid way. Sometimes being cute is enough for you. You don't ask for much, your standards are simple. Don't be a horrible person and have a pretty face. If that comes with or without brain cells, so be it. Despite all you've been through, you're an optimist and you admire that about Hongdu. Sibling complex or a complex over a lack of siblings is also a high possibility in you. You're horny, but you also think you can fix him. You're not good with people that are hard to read. You probably have a ton of walls up yourself. So, you like something simpler, more open, British, and also a little brutish, because to you that's just a bonus because refer to point 1. You're horny. Ishmael stands. On the other side of the coin from the Faust Ayanami faction, we have the Asuka Ishmael faction. You probably have never really had long hair because you're too lazy to maintain it, but you really like seeing it on others or your favorite characters. You hate capitalism and are probably foaming at the mouth of potentially working a 9-to-5, or you're already doing it and have run out of foam. And by foam, I mean the will to live. Gotcha appreciators. You like them tall, very tall. If your head is not at their chest level or lower, you don't want it. You are pretty stylish and you're also hella petty. You have an addictive personality, and when you flirt, you can dish it out. But God forbid they flirt back at you. You can't handle it back. You think you can, but you can't. You also use pet names to hide the fact that you forgot people's names. To the Sinclair stands out there, you're realistic, you're empathetic, and after being through so much, you're surprisingly not that vindictive about it. You're good at seeing things from other perspectives, and you realize that if put in the same situation, you would act like Sinclair does. You also strike me as the type to like fanfics with happy endings, but you just can't help yourself, can you? You just can't help yourself, and you end up clicking on those angsty ones, and you feel bad about it for the entire day. Congratulations, you're a bisexual. I mean, if you are a Project Moon stan, the chances of you being a bisexual are already pretty high. But if you're an Udis stan, that chance is 100. You have confidence issues, and you just need that someone to hype you up and enable all your bad decisions so you feel less guilty about them. Accountability isn't your strongest skill, but you're loyal. And you probably know a lot of tea about circles you're not even involved in or interested in, just in case. It doesn't matter who you are or what you identify as. This is the correct answer. Oh, and you also like short kings.